Well, hello there. I didn't think it'd come to this, but you've actually found my dirty little secret. I'm kind of astonished, actually. I, I never thought you'd actually end up exploring my house, let alone head to the basement. I thought I cleaned up pretty darn well after my last session with, well, let's just say a friend. And it seems like you've kind of made the mistake of noticing just a little bit of red. And then you found what was left of them. It's depressing because I really liked you, but I can't let my secret get out. And now that you've gone against my word and you've gone down to the basement and you've seen what I am, well, I can't exactly let you sit around. So I introduced my last friend. You could probably call him a patient. I think in some sense I am operating on them. To two of my favorite utensils. I've got those back here. Now, unfortunately, I only had time to sharpen the flaying knife, which is, well, it's unfortunate for you because, as you know, a dull knife doesn't cut as deep and it takes longer to grind through things, so it's unfortunate. But, you know, we all make mistakes, right? Anyways, I think you know exactly what comes next. Oh, and don't worry, your family thinks you're going on a trip to Europe. Bulgaria, to be exact. Unfortunately, I don't think you'll ever return from this trip. You know, best case scenario, your family thinks you ran off with some Bulgarian man or woman, you know, they don't discriminate, and lived your life as is, and we're happy. But I think the reality of it is that you'll be gone, and they might have some questions the Bulgarian police can't answer, because you packed your bags and you showed up to the airport. You showed your passport and got on the plane. Oh, don't worry. I've spent a long time working on my strategies for making people disappear with little to no press coverage or problems. Maybe there'll be some, but in reality, it won't become a worldwide manhunt. Well, woman hunt in your case. I'm really dismayed at the fact you had to come down here, sweetie. I really thought there was something special between us. You know, maybe one day I could actually share this joy that I have with you, but clearly you can't be made to be seen to reason. It's just, I don't know. It's depressing, to say the least. But life is life, don't you agree? Of course. Anyways, most people don't do what I do with the amount of, I want to say, charisma behind it. Most of the time it's, sorry, I just get sometimes distracted when I see my reflection in the blade, but sometimes it's more of a hatred thing. A lot of people don't have the artistic style that I have when it comes to dealing with someone. Some people just stab and cut with no precision or flair. It's something, to say the least of it. It's disgusting, in my opinion. You don't do it just... They don't do it correctly. You need some level of precision, or the art style, as I like to think of it, goes away. I mean, what's the fun of killing someone or causing someone great pain if you're not gonna do it in a way that's aesthetically pleasing as well? Or at least, it's gotta be worth it for yourself as well as the individual. It's very simple. I like to make cuts in several areas. For you, I think I'll be taking the cutest parts off first so I can easily continue the rest of my job without feeling anything. Not that I feel very much anyways, but for you I actually did, and you betrayed that trust, and that's just something I can't deal with. So I'm glad I sharpened the flaying knife, because I can simply cut around your ears very slowly, right? And it's quite easy for me to do so. So I cut around your ears, right? And I'll take those off first. And I've got to dismantle the rest of your face. That includes going through the cartilage in your nose, which might be a job for the bigger knife, even though it's a little bit more dull, don't you agree? I want you to still be able to see, but I do want to do something to your eyes, because I spent so long looking into them that I just don't know if I can look into them and continue to cause you so much pain. So I think I'm going to take your eyelids off, because I want you to still be awake and conscious, and don't do yourself a favor. Don't pass out, because I'll stop. I might cut something off to become more in pain when you wake back up, and then I'll wake you back up. You're not going to die of blood loss. You're going to die when I say you can die. It's very simple. Well, again, you made the mistake of coming downstairs, and that's just something I can't do. Yeah, a lot of people tell me that I need help. But I think from my point of view, you need help. Because currently, I'm the one sitting here with two knives, and you're the one, well, tied up. So then, if I had to describe the rest of the process, I think it'd be very simple. I'd fillet up and down your legs, cutting off the skin, removing it from the bone and the muscle beneath. And then, I think I might rupture a couple of short-term, non-essential organs in your torso. Might be fun to see what your stomach has to offer. Your intestines, too, is, again, in the short term, not necessarily needed. This should only take a couple hours, so I'll make sure to spill those out. Maybe I'll cut into it. You can feel that, by the way. There are plenty of nerves down there. Maybe that'll help you out. Your heart will definitely be the last thing to go. Or maybe not. Sometimes I like to let my victims slowly die in agonizing pain. But the problem with that is they tend to pass out before I'm finished. And that's no fun, frankly. I want them to stay awake for the entire duration of my art. So a swift death towards the end might seem like a mercy, but in my opinion, I think it's just the grand finale. I am a great showsman, I would like to think. And my audience is also myself, but you are the performer. So the real question is how do you feel about this? Just kidding. I literally couldn't care less about how you feel about this. I plan to come here and remove your organs, cut you into sizable pieces, and then maybe I might finally let you die. It's truly unfortunate, in my opinion. We could have been happy together for the rest of our lives. Maybe you could have actually enjoyed and shared in my indulgence of the suffering of others, but no, you had to do your investigating, and now we've come to this crossroads. It's really depressing, actually. Well, I think it's probably about time for me to get ready and for us to get started. I tend to be a little bit OCD about how would I put this, deal with the mess. So I'm gonna lie out tarps, and I got my little mask and cover. And I do enjoy gloves. I don't want my DNA or fingerprints all over that. Sometimes I depending on it, you know. You've seen me come up with different hats before, but I much prefer a hairnet sometimes. Depends, it really depends. Anyways, if you're wondering what's going to happen to you afterwards, well, after you disappear, you'll be gone for a long time, and your family will be looking, and then they'll eventually give up. When that time arrives, a shipping address from Bulgaria, where you went and visited, right? All this time ago. Well, that place is gonna send a package. This package is gonna be tightly wrapped, and inside of it is going to be a concealed, very small and concealed, or small is probably a relative term. For my work, it'll be small. I'm taking very good care of you in comparison to some of my earlier victims. Anyways, you'll be sent there. It'll be a waterproof package, and yeah, they'll find you. They might run some DNA tests. There's nothing they can do. You'll be dead. Then the hunt will go on for a serial killer in Bulgaria, which doesn't that sound just like a tantalizing news story? I was thinking about sending you to Transylvania, but I don't want the vampire myth to be perpetuated any more than it already is with the current pulp culture. Anyways, are you ready for the show? 'Cause it's showtime.